Welcome to Looking at the Markets. I want to show you the charts that I'll be looking at over the coming week. These are daily candlestick charts provided by finviz.com. First one I want to look at is Micron MU stock. And this one has a defined range. And some traders don't like ranges. They say they're boring. I don't think they're boring at all. I like it when a range is starting to become established because then I might be able to rinse and repeat. By purchasing shares at the support level and then selling those shares at the resistance level, rinse and repeat. Of course, there are no guarantees this is going to work. You have to make your own decisions, do your own due diligence. But right now, Micron stock, MU, seems to be forming a range between 50 and 65. It's about halfway between the two right now, so I'm going to be watching for 50 to see if it gets down there. I might consider buying at 50 if it gets there and then selling at 65 if it gets there. And that's what they call rinse and repeat. You can possibly do it over and over if it works out. Next one is United Healthcare, UNH stock. And there is an ascending triangle, or there was. It broke down right through it. So there was pretty strong support, but as they say, it works until it doesn't, right? And so it just broke down right through it with some big red candles here. So I want to see this thing get all the way down to $450. That sounds and looks like a lot to ask, but you know what? When this thing, UNH stock, was up here at 550, which is clear resistance, by the way. Look how many times it fell after hitting 550. So the last time it was at 550, let's say, here and here and here and here, you might have thought, well, it's never going to get down to 450, but it's done it before, over here and over here. And so it seems to be heading in that direction, so I'm going to wait because there does appear to be support at 450. Just be aware of the resistance at 550. Next one is Microsoft stock, which is MSFT stock. And there seems to be former support and now resistance here at the $250 level. Be aware of that. But I like the way this bounced off of 220. It did it here. It did it more or less here. And then now a third time bouncing nicely on Friday off of 220, landing at around 225. Pretty close, but you want to watch that 250 level, see if it breaks through there. So something to think about. Could start to accumulate shares very slowly if you wanted to of Microsoft stock. CrowdStrike, CRWD. This is a nasty looking channel. It's narrow. It's trending downward sharply. So I don't love CrowdStrike stock on a technical level. It's nice and cheap, I'll admit that. Under 100 for CrowdStrike is pretty darn good, considering it was at 240 maybe 8 months ago, something like that. So this is looking good as far as being cheap, but this series of lower highs and lower lows, I don't like it at all. So I'm staying away from this one. But if you don't mind the risk and you've researched CrowdStrike and you like the company, it certainly is cheap. Something to think about. Snowflake stock, SNOW. And this is one that Berkshire Hathaway and Warren Buffett have been interested in previously. So that opened a lot of people's eyes to Snowflake as a company. I do like it on a technical level. We have clear support here at 120 from back here, here, and then now on Friday holding 120 very nicely, bouncing off of it, landing at 124 on Friday. Yeah, this looks pretty good. I like it. Something to think about. Nio, N-I-O, stock, clearly holding that $10 level just again and again and again. There are a lot of head fakes here. It looks like intraday it's going to go below 10 and then comes right back up, either that day or the next day or a couple days later. It's done it again and again since mid-October, looks like. So held it again, $10 on Friday. The market is maybe trying to tell us something, that buyers are going to come in at $10. No guarantees of what the future may hold, but I like this a lot. And this is pretty cheap for Nio stock. $10 and change compared to resistance at $24. How about doubling your money and then some? It could happen. No guarantees, of course. Coinbase stock is next. COIN. You can see the triangle here. Okay, a descending triangle, broke down below it, and it's been below that resistance level of $50 for a while now, so it's looking not so good. It's nasty. I know, it's cheap. So if you want to just buy it because it's cheap and you believe in Coinbase as a company, keep watching cryptocurrency if you're going to do that. You want to believe that that Bitcoin's going to go up, because this stock has some correlation with cryptocurrency prices, not a one-to-one correspondence, but if you believe that Bitcoin's going to go up, this may be an indirect way to play it, possibly. Just be aware of the resistance here at $50. And BBBY, that is Bed Bath & Beyond stock. This is an example of something that's cheap, but I'm still not going to touch. Yes, $1.31 compared to $30 resistance level here. But are you going to make huge gains by buying this? I'm not touching it. I mean, maybe, but did it deserve to go up to $30? The market said no here, and it said no here. All right. So this is, or it has been, a meme stock. I'm not touching it. Too volatile, too dangerous. Just because something is way, way down, that doesn't make it necessarily a bargain. It shouldn't have been $30 here or here, and this is what the market is trying to tell us. So there's a lesson here. I mean, down 22.5% in one day. This is brutal. And so, yeah, I'm not touching it. What I do like is Snowflake. I like the price here. I like the support here at around 120. Some pretty good support, I'm thinking. Also Micron. I just want it at $50 for a possible rinse and repeat kind of channel kind of play. So there are some ones to think about. I also like United Healthcare. I just want it to come down to $450. I like Microsoft. Yeah, Microsoft is buyable anywhere near 220 in my opinion, but again, don't buy it just because I mentioned it. All right, you got to make your own decisions, folks. Always do your research. So I hope this was helpful to you. I think it's going to be an amazing week, amazing month, and amazing year. We're just getting started, folks, so stay with me throughout the year. Thanks a lot for watching and listening. I will talk to you again soon.